Chancellor, by virtue of a joint mandate of the Senate and Council of the University, David Suchet, CBE, is to be conferred with the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, of the University. David Suchet, CBE, is one of Britain's most admired and popular actors. He is best known from television for his portrayal of Hercule Poirot, Agatha Christie's Belgian detective with the neat moustache and the little grey cells. But he has also had a long and acclaimed career in theatre, winning many prizes and plaudits. As he himself has put it, he is a classical character actor, not a personality star, and he has never played himself. On stage, he has played such a wide range of roles, from Shylock to Lady Bracknell, from Petruchio in The Taming of the Shrew to Mole in Toad of Toad Hall, from Antonio Salieri in Amadeus to the Fool in King Lear. Early in his career, he joined the Royal Shakespeare Company and quickly progressed to some of the major Shakespearean roles. But before the RSC in 1972, he had roles in 2 plays in Liverpool, Wait Until Dark and A Christmas Carol. He has fond memories of the city. He spent his first night in Liverpool at the police station, in a cell. Arriving in the city for A Christmas Carol, he didn't know where his digs were and had no cash, so the police gave the homeless Scrooge a cell for the night. For television, he has played Robert Maxwell, Cardinal Wolsey, Gustav Klimt, William Shakespeare, Sigmund Freud, and most recently, Salvador Dali. One role many people will remember fondly was his Blot in Blot on the Landscape. And he recently returned to comedy as Dr. Fagin in Decline and Fall. But Poirot was his greatest television role, which lasted from 1989 through to 2013. He has referred to Poirot as a dear friend. And that is how many millions of viewers came to think of Suchet's Poirot. Something David Suchet shares with Hercule Poirot is a strong Christian faith. David Suchet became a Christian in 1986, and a few years ago, he fulfilled a long-held ambition by recording the audio version of the entire Bible. This 250-hour recording has had a tremendous impact around the world. In preparing for the recording, he carried out many hundreds of hours of theological preparation. He brought to the project the same commitment and seriousness that he brings to his stage and screen roles. Thus, I present to you this distinguished man for admission to the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, in this university.
By virtue of my authority as Chancellor, and on behalf of the Senate and the Council of the University, I confer upon you, David Suchet, Commander of the British Empire, the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa of this university.
Lord Lieutenant, Lord Mayor, High Sheriff, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, university staff and guests, graduates, families and friends. Well, what fun. Well, it is, isn't it? I can't tell you what it feels like for me to be standing in possibly the largest Anglican church in the world in front of 2,000 people. And as an actor, I would say that's a full house. And I would also like to add my personal and very sincere congratulations to all graduates today. And I would like to start this speech by joining with you as you look around to your fellows to say, congratulations, well done. Thank you for the most generous citation. I'm very grateful. It makes me feel most humble. Little did I think when I was in Liverpool in 1972 in a jail cell that I would now be standing in Liverpool Cathedral on this most momentous occasion of my life. So my first thank you is for giving me a very pleasant room last night and not a jail cell. I can't believe I'm a doctor of Liverpool Hope University because I, in very short time, have found myself embraced and warmly welcomed into your family, for which I thank everyone. It is a unique university with a wonderful Christian ethos of love and inclusion, generosity, and will be for all of you who leave here the greatest of moral compasses. Most wonderful words by the Vice-Chancellor, remember them. You will be remembered as a good man or a good woman. And I would like to be remembered not only for that, but I would like to be remembered as an encourager. And I would like to add that to your list of things you might think of doing, to encourage all those that have not had the opportunities in life which you have had. I would like to reflect today on what it means to be a fully rounded human being in the way that we are told we are created: mind, body, and spirit or soul. And I'm going to make it very simplified, and I'm not going to go into great depths, but I want to bring the arts into my little address to you. If we exercise our minds as you have done and have reaped the rewards today, well done, you have done well, you will continue to learn and exercise the mind. You will, I'm sure, know what it means to exercise the body and to keep the body healthy as you can. But what do we do with our spiritual lives or our souls? Those qualities which define really who we are, our essence. So we have three legs to our stool. We have been created, and we're the only beings on this planet, if we read the good book, that will say we have been created in the image of God. Now, that does not mean, of course, that we look like God, but we have his central essence, and we are told that is mind, body, and spirit. But what is that spiritual life and how do we exercise it? And I want to just dwell on one area, if I may, because it's the area in which I have spent nearly 50 years of my life: the arts. The arts always have a bit of a rough ride with getting money to support ourselves, but it is, in fact, a very necessary third leg to our stool with our spirituality, our faith, and our belief, and all those things. Our imaginations begin when we listen as little children to stories being read to us by our parents, or where we play games of cowboys and Indians, or any other games which you win, I lose, no, 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 I'm not dead. We play those games with commitment and allow our imaginations to soar. And that is the beginning of our creation and our creativity in our lives. Why do we stop reading to our children, to our friends? We think we grow up, but we go to the theater and we listen to music and we dance and we sing and we paint and we read. And then we pause and say, my goodness me, isn't the human being unique in this planet, on this planet? My goodness me, who would ever have imagined that we would be created as an animal on this planet that would decide to get a sheet of paper, put black lines on it, some dots, then get a piece of wood, bore some holes in it, or do other things with it, and play those notes that we call on a piece of paper through this instrument, and other people join us, and we have what is known as an orchestra, and people sit like you sit now, watching me, listening either to music or people interpreting those notes on a piece of paper with dance, with song. And we show our appreciation by bringing together our antennae. What an extraordinary creation the human being is. We can study, we can learn, we can play sport and be gymnastics. But we can dance, we can sing, we can play music, we can interpret plays, we can find that area in our lives that we also need to fill and exercise. And so, in our lives, as children, and we grow up to adults, we go to the theatre and concerts, and we listen to the radio and to stories, and we tell each other tales that began way, way before, in prehistoric times, with the birth of storytelling round a fire and our imagination. And so what I would like to say to you all, every single one of you here today, including the science, is feed your soul also with the arts. Go to the theatre, read a book, read out loud, draw, paint. Forget about being judged. Let your imagination soar. Let your creativity develop. If you have nothing better to do, scribble, write. Do whatever you feel you would like to do that has nothing to do with keeping your body fit or your strict, discipline-educated minds. Art is created by the feeling that you have inside of jumping out of a plane without a parachute. It's free. It costs nothing to enjoy, but it will feed you, and it will make you grow, and will help to make that third leg of the stool grow. Your spiritual life, your artistic life, the leg of the arts will become as strong as the leg of education, mind, and bodily fitness. And then you will be rooted on the ground as a fully formed human being. I would like to end by reading you something, and it's only 2 verses of a poem that was in a little book by my bed last night. It's called Liverpool Hope University Book of Prayer and Reflection. But I only found it by accident, and I thought, yes, I'd like to end on this. It's called Say No to Peace. Now, I also happen to believe that the arts are a great, needed ambassador, if you like, for peace in the world. Music has no individual language. Dance, song, all that, art. We can all join and enjoy other countries in the world, their arts. So it was interesting that this little poem that I'd like to read to you actually is entitled Say No to Peace. And it's by Brian Wren. And I only want to read you the first 2 verses. Say no to peace, if what they mean by peace is the quiet misery of hunger, the frozen stillness of fear, the silence of broken spirits, the unborn hopes of the oppressed. Tell them that peace is the shouting of children at play, the babble of tongues set free, the thunder of dancing feet, and a father's voice singing. Thank you.